Serving fans throughout the Midwest and even more around the world, this is the Show Me Sports Network. The following is an exclusive broadcast property presentation of the Show Me Sports Network and is a high-fidelity, all-digital broadcast. This broadcast is copyright by the Show Me Sports Network for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast without the Show Me Sports Network's written consent is prohibited.
It's time for Southern Boone County Eagles football on the Show Me Sports Network. This is the Southern Boone County Eagles pregame show on the exclusive home for Eagles football. The Show Me Sports Network will recap last game's highlights, set the stage for kickoff, and even get the thoughts of the head coach during the pregame show. All while we get set to bring you the exciting play-by-play action of your Southern Boone County Eagles. The best pregame coverage in mid-Missouri is on the air as Blake Gazaway and his crew are ready in the broadcast booth. Exclusive pregame coverage of Southern Boone County Eagles football is brought to you by Avon with Michelle Carty, Centurion Cares, Eddie Gaydell Society, Han Custom Laser Engraving LLC, Last Sentinel Firearms, River Oak Christian Academy, Law Office of Russ Swanigan, Southwest Dental, and State Tech College of Missouri. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Southern Boone County Eagles football on the Eagles Radio Network. Now, here's the voice of the Show Me Sports Network and the Southern Boone County Eagles Radio Network, Blake Gazaway.
And a very pleasant good evening, everyone. Blake Gazaway here with you as we come from you from Odessa, as your Southern Boone County Eagles are just about 20 minutes away, a little over 20 minutes away from getting their ball game underway, as they will get their 2021 season underway. As much anticipated season, joined tonight, at least for a little bit, by a special guest, at least until she plays out, as 5-year-old Alyssa Gazaway is going to join me in the box here. Alyssa, you want to tell everybody hello?
Hi.
So Alyssa is my daughter. She and my wife made the trek here to Odessa for the game tonight. As we said, the Eagles getting their season underway, much anticipated, and had a chance to watch the Jamboree last week, talk to the coach as well, and head coach and Trent Tracy, and actually see him headed this way. So we're going to take a quick break and then be back and pick his brain a little bit as you're listening to exclusive coverage of Eagles football here on the Show Me Sports Network.
Haven't seen an Avon brochure in quite some time and running out of some of your favorite makeup, fragrances, or skincare products? No need to worry. Avon representative Michelle Carty has got you covered. Michelle can consult with you on the newest line of products, as well as get those that have become your must-haves. You now have the opportunity to shop online 24/7 from the comfort of your own home and have your order shipped directly to your front door. To see how Michelle can help you out, find her on Facebook by searching Avon Carty. Live beautifully with Avon.
Welcome back to the Southern Boone County Eagles pregame show here on the Show Me Sports Network. We're joined by Southern Boone County Eagles football head coach in Trent Tracy. Coach Tracy, thanks for joining us before tonight's game.
Oh, thanks for having me. I'm excited.
Well, we've had several opportunities here in the last couple of weeks to chat about football and some other things, but I got to say, and I know that I can speak for you and your coaches and players and everyone, but boy, does it feel good to see the kids back on the football field.
Yes, it does. Last year we were very gracious to have a football season, but there were times that it just didn't seem real because of all the things that we had to worry about, quarantines and COVID and changes in limitations on how many fans we could have, and we had to change venues. We lost opponents. Not everything's crystal clear right now on the season, but one thing we know right now is that we definitely are playing football tonight.
Well, I know that you've watched a lot of football. I've watched a lot of football, but it's a pretty safe thing to say that last season was unlike anything either of us or anybody has seen.
Yeah, it was, like I said, I was really happy that my senior class last year that they got to play 10 football games. And last August, right before practice started, I wasn't really sure if we were going to have a season, and trying to navigate all the uncertainties definitely made it a difficult task for coaches, for players, for families, and for fans. And at least whatever we get to do this year, we went through it one year, so not as much can surprise us this year. We still don't like sometimes the things we have to follow, but I think pretty confidently that we get to play football.
It was probably a good example too for you to instill in the players that sometimes you have this big plan, this big roadmap of where you're going to go and how you're going to get there, but then things come up and they change, and they just kind of got to go with the flow.
Yeah. It definitely, taught us how to deal with adversity last year. And one big thing we always tried to tell the kids is, take care of what you can control. And there were times where we couldn't control what was happening, with a game we might have had, or who our opponent might be. But, we tried to just take it one day at a time last year, and really focus on, not getting too caught up with things that we couldn't control, and just really focus on getting better each day.
Well, as you were mentioned about your squad last season, they finished with a record of 6-4, lost in the district semis to Centralia. Still a great season, didn't end the way you wanted it to, obviously, but a great season. Saw some tough opponents and did have some good games.
Yeah, if you look back at our schedule as it ended up being, I really think that our schedule was probably one of the top 5. If you look at difficulty in the state in Class 3 last year, not only with our conference, obviously playing Blair Oaks, who was the state champ last year, and playing them every year, but we started off with Odessa, who was returning state champs, who were undefeated, and ended up going 9-0, and their season ended because of quarantines abruptly. But then, we lost one of our opponents and we picked up Richmond, who finished at 8-2 last year, and lost another opponent and picked up Tonganoxie out of Kansas, who I think their final record was 11-2. They were a Class 4 state quarterfinalist in Kansas, and losing to Centralia at the end of the year. I was so proud of my kids for how hard they played, but we had about 58 on our roster last year, and we went into that game with 24 kids. We had about 30 kids that were quarantined, and we were moving backup running backs to offensive line, starting offensive linemen, and the end of the day, we went out and played our butts off, but it just wasn't enough. And it was a great season. 6-4 doesn't really knock anybody's socks off when you hear 6-4. But if you dig deep into that record, we were a very good football team last year.
Well, I think you're absolutely right on that. You look at the record and you get one feel, but when you actually start looking at things, you get a totally different feel for it. And I know last year the team averaged 28.9 points per game. He rushed for almost 150 yards a game and threw for 187.2 yards per game. That right there, they knew how to get the ball down the field, and they knew how to get it down there in a hurry.
Yeah, last year was kind of a little bit against the grain for us. When you break those numbers down, that was the first year we've ever actually threw the ball for more than we've rushed the ball. But a lot of that was based on a really, really good football player named Blake Dapkus last year that we had as an outside receiver, and he was our big play threat. Ended up final stats, he had just over 1,000 yards on the season, and that's a pretty special season for a receiver.
Right.
And and I always tell the kids, I really don't get caught up in whether we ran the ball more or threw the ball more. At the end of the day, we need to gain yards, and the more yards we gain, the better chance we're going to have to win a football game.
Well, defensively, you guys allowed 100.9 yards passing in the passing game and just over 150 yards on the ground. You held opponents to 25.9 points per game. Really, still, that's lights out football. No matter how you cut it, just great football. Yeah,
and it was. Our defense did a really good job last year, and I think it's always important to look at, again, who we played last year, and the success at the teams that we lost to, I mean, when you lose, you give up a few more points and you give up more yards. And when you break those numbers down, you really realize a lot of those, what inflated those numbers a little bit was losing to the state champs and losing to the returning state champs and the team out in Kansas. So, it was a really good year. I think there's so much more to looking at a season than just the overall record. And, I feel pretty confident that I think we were a top 10 football team if we were healthy last season. But, at the end of the year, things were out of our control, and we lost that last game. But I really believe that's a game that we could have won if we would have been full strength.
Well, and you talked about too, there's bigger things going on, and I think that kind of shows too that the guys really found their groove on the field, and that's an important thing for them to get and for them to learn.
Yeah, we've been pretty blessed the last couple of years. I call it a blessing. Some might call it a curse. But, we've had some good senior classes. And when one senior class leaves, there's a lot of opportunities for new guys to step in. And, last year, several of those seniors had not played on Friday nights before. And they became seniors, and they filled some gaps that we had and really got to have a great season. And, I look for the same thing this year. We lost a good senior class that were a lot of our starters. If you look at experience-wise, we're inexperienced, if you will, for Friday nights this year. But these guys that are stepping in this year, they're hungry and they're ready to shine under those lights.
Well, as you guys transition or have been transitioning to this year, has anything been different in the off season and then leading into the preseason after you follow a pandemic riddled season like last year?
So it's this summer has been almost pretty much a return to normal. And it's been weird because, last summer we couldn't do team camps. We couldn't do 7-on-7s. During the month of June last year, we couldn't even really do much contact. We had to do small group practices, small group individual work, and we really couldn't come together as a team. So this summer, it's been a return to normalcy, at least what we call a normal summer. It's been really great, and I'm really happy because we do have a lot of new starters, and they needed this summer to really find their groove. And you got to go out and you got to see competition in the summer. It's the only way you get better, in my opinion, is you got to go play good teams. And, between going to Higginsville team camp and 7-on-7 at Helias with some other teams down there, and then a 7-on-7 tournament out at St. Dominic, and then to Missouri Valley team camp in July. Those were opportunities that, each and every time we took the field, I feel like we really did get better and we got more experience. And hopefully it comes to fruition as the season goes on.
You're absolutely right about that. And that's something that you and me had talked about a little bit is, that iron sharpens iron. Everybody's heard that saying, but it's truly an example in football, and that, as you said, you have to get out there and you have to have those opportunities, and and it teaches the kids that this really is that golden time. As you get older in life, you realize those things, but you can't take those things for granted because there's a chance they may not always be there.
Exactly, and we always try to stress that, anyways. Pre-COVID or pre-pandemic is you got to take every opportunity you get and make the most of it. You never know when it might be your last play, and whether that's the last football game of the season or unfortunate injury that happens throughout the year. You really can't take these things for granted, and you got to savor every moment.
Well, with the season starting here quickly with the game tonight, you mentioned you had a large graduating senior class last season. It seems like transition is going well, but the thing that's encouraging is it gives a chance for other guys to step up and show what they have. But most importantly, and this is something I've heard you say and your coaching staff, is it gives them a chance to do their job.
Yes, and really, even last week at the Jamboree, really stressing to just do your job. Football to me isn't the ultimate team sport. I'm a big believer in multiple sports, and every sport has different attributes and qualities to it that are important. But in football, there's 11 guys on the field all the time, and we have to do our job. and not worry about the guy next to me's job. We have to have that trust built in that the guys next to me and in front of me or behind me are going to do their job, and not overcomplicate things and not try to compensate for somebody else. Because as soon as you try to compensate for somebody else, you didn't do your own job and you get exposed. So we've really tried to push that with these guys as they've stepped up to these new roles at starting positions and as leaders, that we're not asking you to be a superhero. We're asking you to do your one job.
Anything surprise you here in the preseason practices and workouts?
I don't know necessarily surprise. I do always love summer because it's a huge transition, and I never discredit any player in our program. We try to really emphasize the weight room and workout. So where you ended last fall, let's just say in November, it's been really cool to see a lot of these kids that maybe last fall as a freshman, they were on the team and they were doing some good things, but to see them come out, this summer, and like now some of them are starters. And a year ago, I may not have thought that they would be a starter, but they've busted their butts in the weight room. They've been a part of other sports, whether it's basketball or wrestling or baseball or track. You can just see like a total night and day difference in some of these players, and that's why you always keep working hard, and you never discredit somebody, because if they keep working hard, they'll probably find a spot on the field.
Right, you're absolutely right on that. And it gives you that opportunity too to show the guys that they're putting in what they're getting out of this, and so if they're willing to put in that work, they're going to be rewarded with some time Friday night.
No, absolutely. We don't carry over from the year before, so it's a clean slate every year, and there's years where who your starters are pretty apparent because you return a bunch and all the those qualities that they had last year. You hope that they're just even better the next year, but then there's times where the cupboard's open and you're looking for those kids to compete and really want to be out there. And we have had a lot of good competition this summer, internal competition, and that just makes us better. That pushes us. That just makes people work that much harder at practice because they all want to start.
Last week was a jamboree at Blair Oaks that included Elias Catholic as well. There were some new faces and some new positions out there for your squad, but I was definitely impressed with what I saw, and seeing them progress over the different series I was very impressed with that.
Yeah, and again, we talked about iron sharpens iron. We were at that jamboree at Blair Oaks with Blair Oaks and Elias. Both those teams won a state title last year in Class 3 and Class 4. So, the tradition and that was a very good event for us because if we're going to get exposed, I want to know where that's at, because that's how we're going to get better. So we're always wanting to seek out good competition. And, there were some ups and downs last week, which most everybody's going to experience in a jamboree. We always try to make sure all of our players get evaluated at the jamboree. So everybody that we brought, we didn't bring many freshmen. All of our sophomores through seniors all got in, because I view jamborees as practice. There is no scores. We all want to score, but there's no scoreboard. And so I was happy overall, and it's good to get exposed because we've had a good week of practice because we want to get better. So happy to see offense and defense out there competing with some of the top teams in the state, and we've addressed some of our issues that we had last week, and we hope to correct those issues.
Well, and I think most importantly too, and no matter how hard you go in practice or scrimmages, no matter how you structure those, nothing replicates that game speed. And I think jamborees are about as close as you can get as a litmus test to game speed. But for some of those guys, as you said, that's kind of gets them a chance to get the wide eyes and get out the butterflies and realize that football's coming soon.
Yeah, that was another weird thing from last year. Like, we didn't get to have a jamboree last year, so again, so you want to get all the jitters out at that jamboree. Again, for some of these guys, that was their first Friday night experience. I'd rather them make mistakes at the jamboree and shake out the cobwebs at the jamboree as opposed to against Odessa. So, especially if you're playing jamboree at Blair Oaks, their crowd and the atmosphere there is always tremendous. Just being there, I think, really is going to help us in the long run.
Well, tonight you're starting the season on the road at Odessa against the Bulldogs. They made it to the Class 3 District 7 championship last year. That Bulldog team is a team that you're very familiar with.
Yeah, it's the second time we've ever played them. I think it starts with their coach. Mark Thomas is a legend. He's a Hall of Fame high school football coach in Missouri. He's got multiple state titles, both at Booneville, I know at Odessa 2 years ago, and probably has more. I don't have exact numbers, but the guy is a very good coach. And one quality trait that I would say about any team that he coaches is they're going to be tough as nails. They don't have a huge roster, but every kid that's on that roster is hard-nosed and he's going to get after it, and they hold there's no secrets to what they want to do. Offensively, they are going to run power. They are going to run the football. Power is just a name of a football play that they run, and they run it very well. And then defensively, they flow and they go hard. They're an attacking defense, and their linebackers are very impressive last year and this year. I know some of those are new players for them, but the qualities don't change. And it's a good test for us. It's kind of smash mouth football. And we're going to see if we have enough what it takes. And I feel confident, but it's going to be a battle.
Right. Well, as you mentioned, they bested you guys last year. That was at home 32-20. So they lead the season series to one victory. So you guys are looking to even that series up at 1-1. What is your game plan to get the victory and start the season off with the W?
Well, number one, last year we lost by 12. We gave up the opening kickoff of the game. And if anybody believes in momentum, when a season starts, I think each team is about as high as possible momentum-wise. And then when you give up the opening kickoff, that was a momentum killer for us last year to be down 7-0, and there was about 10 seconds off the clock. So that was a hard pill to swallow. We went into halftime last year down 20-0, and we made some adjustments and really got the boys to believe in themselves, and final score was 32-20. So we came out and beat them in the second half, but you cannot spot good football teams 20 points because that's just a big deficit to come back from. So number one is we can't give up the big play because we want to control as much momentum as possible. Number two is we got to force them to do things that they don't want to do. And what that means is offensively, they want to run the football and they are going to run the football. So the more we can get them uncomfortable, get them in situations where they have to throw the football, I tend to think that might be a plus for us. Now they have a very athletic quarterback who, they'll actually go empty sometimes and let him run the football. It puts you in space, and he's very good. Blake Heitman is the returning running back who was had a very good season last year, and he's the one that returned the opening kickoff on us last year. So we have to contain their ground game, and rally tackle, try to force some turnovers, and really change the momentum. Offensively, we really have to just stay within us, move the chains, and take what's there. We're a read offense out of the spread. And so not force the big plays, let the big plays happen on their own and just take what they're giving us. Coverage-wise, they like to run cover 4 quite a bit. So they're going to run cover 4. There's not too many times we're going to throw the ball over the top of them. We've got to take the yards that we can get, love the football, and move the chains and let the big plays happen when they need to happen.
Well, Coach Tracy, appreciate you joining us for our pregame show tonight. Any final thoughts before you get out of here?
No, just really excited that Friday nights are here. Doesn't seem real at times. Like it feels like it got here about a week faster. But regardless, they are here, and we will be ready to play football, and we look to present the best game we can.
Well, let's go out there and get a W.
Thank you, sir.
Well, that's Southern Boone County Eagles football head coach Trent Tracy. We're going to take a break and be back with more of our Southern Boone County Eagles pregame show. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Southern Boone County Eagles football on the home of the Eagles, the Show Me Sports Network.
It's time for Southern Boone County Eagles football on the Show Me Sports Network. This is Southern Boone County Eagles football on the exclusive home for the Eagles radio network, the Show Me Sports Network. Exclusive play-by-play coverage of Southern Boone County Eagles football is brought to you by Avon with Michelle Carty, Centurion Cares, Eddie Gaedel Society, Han Custom Laser Engraving LLC, Last Sentinel Firearms, River Oak Christian Academy, Law Office of Russ Swanigan, Southwest Dental, and State Tech College of Missouri. The best game coverage in mid-Missouri is on the air as Blake Gazaway and his crew are ready in the broadcast booth for kickoff. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Southern Boone County Eagles football on the Eagles Radio Network. Now, here's the voice of the Show Me Sports Network and the Southern Boone County Eagles Radio Network, Blake Gazaway.
Well, we are just about ready for game time as the toss was won by Odessa. They deferred to the second half, so deep back to receive will be Booneville. As underway we are. Opening kick is going to be taken about the 10-yard line. It'll be working far side. That's Stillman. He's at the 30, and he's tackled there, so he's got a decent return as he gets the season underway. Took it about 20 yards and sets up good shop for the Eagles as they will have their offense out. I apologize, didn't quite have as long for pregame as we thought we would. So didn't quite get all of the things done we wanted to for pregame. As the ball will be officially spotted at the 32-yard line is where the Eagles will set up, as they'll have two receivers near side, one on the far side. Stillman will be the starting quarterback. He'll have a running back to his left and to his right. They'll give a handoff and nowhere to go. But breaking free, second effort is going to get back near the line of scrimmage, as that ball carrier is Bradley Smith. So Bradley gets back. Not quite as good a spot as I thought he was. They're going to say he's actually going to lose about 3 yards. So it'll bring up a 2nd and 13 as the Eagles will spread it out here. They'll have three receivers near side, one far side. They go right to left on your media center, one running back to the backfield. Stillman drops back, has some pressure. He's going to roll to the far side, gets through the first way before he's taken down at the 30. So he gets about 1.5 yards, but no more. It'll bring up a 3rd down here for the Eagles. So we'll be 3rd and 12 here. Lisa, what do you think of the game so far?
I'm getting really sleepy.
You're getting really sleepy. Well, it is hot, and we're looking right into the sun, so that might do that.
I might have to have a couple Skittle breaks.
You very well might. So it'll be 3rd and 12 here as the Eagles, again, spread it out with 4 wide receivers, rather. They'll send one in motion to the far side. Stillman will give the handoff. Nothing there. As runs into a black wall of jerseys. So nowhere for Smith to go with it. That'll bring up a 4th down. First 4th down we've seen for either team. Obviously, game is just underway. So Stillman will have a gunner on either side. He will be in punt formation, but if he likes what he sees, he will go for it. This will be 4th down and 14. We have a flag. This will be the first flag of the game. He's going to go against the Eagles, so they will back up 5 yards. A high-tech down marker. Also have the white hat mic'd, so we'll be 4th and 19. Most likely Stillman will punt it here. He will. Sidewinding kick is going to be called for a fair catch. And it'll be caught at the 46-yard line. So that's where the Bulldogs will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. So it'll be the first time we'll see this defense for the Bulldogs as they go 3 and out and have to punt. We said hopefully you're enjoying tonight's broadcast here. The Show Me Sports Network. Blake Gazaway here with you as Odessa will send a receiver on either side, and we're going to have a flag. And we'll see what they'll call. Well, it's going to be encroachment on the Eagles. So instead of 1st and 10, it'll be 1st and 5 for the Bulldogs, as ball just across midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll give the handoff to the only running back in the backfield. He's going to have close to the first down. We'll see where they officially mark him. See who gets off the pile there. That is Heitman, who head coach Trent Tracy talked about. Heitman will most likely carry a lot of the load tonight. So it'll bring up a 2nd and very short. Again, Heitman has it across near the 40, but the ball came out and the Eagles recover it. Heitman coughs it up and the Eagles have it, so turnover, and the officials are going to have a conversation. He coughed it up. See if they say he's down, and they say he was down. So it will be a Bulldog first down. So no fumble there. Got our blood pressure up a little bit as we thought there was a fumble. However, they say he was down on the ground first. So again, another set of downs here for the Bulldogs. Dropping back is their quarterback. He's going to roll to the near side. He'll throw it. It'll be caught. And that is going to be close for a first down. Their quarterback trying to pick up a few of these numbers. That's Brendan Jeffrey. Didn't get much from the team for starters. Barely got a roster, so that pass from Jeffrey to Zane Palmer. So it'll be a new set of downs now. As they'll give it off to Jeffries. He actually keeps it himself. He's got a gain down to the 20-yard line. So it'll bring up a 2nd and 1. He picks up 9 yards. Bring up a 2nd and 1. Ball spotted on the 20-yard line. So Odessa knocking on the door here as we're still scoreless. With 8:16 left and counting here in our first quarter of action. The opening quarter of the 2021 season for both teams. Jeffrey in a pistol formation. He'll give the handoff to Heitman. He pushes forward, drives that pile. He's across the 15 and down there. And he will get another first down. So 3 first downs on this drive so far for Odessa. Ball started on their own 46-yard line, and then due to an encroachment penalty on the Eagles, that put them on the 49-yard line of the Eagles, and they've since just continued to march their way down. So Jeffrey, again, has that pistol formation, has Palmer in his left hip pocket. He'll fake to Heitman. He'll keep it himself up the middle. He's at the 10-5. He's going to be in the end zone for a touchdown. So he's going to take it 15 yards for the touchdown. So quarterback keeper puts 6 points on the board as Jeffrey scampers in there and gives the lead to the Bulldogs. They'll try a PAT here. That kick up and good. So it's 7-0 with 7:31 left to go here in this first quarter. We're going to take a break and be back. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Eagles football here on the Show Me Sports Network.
The following public service announcement is brought to you by the Eddie Gaedel Society, Jefferson City Chapter 10, doing little things to make a big difference.
Want to make a big difference in your community? Be kind to others, drive safely, and put litter in its proper place.
Join us in celebrating Eddie Gaedel's historic Major League appearance as a member of the St. Louis Browns by doing something nice for someone today.
Take a walk, Eddie.
Perfect, right?
Actually, we were thinking of Rome.
I know an agent there. Look at this view. This place is unbelievable. It's beautiful.
We've been looking at Jamaica.
Oh, I know an agent there.
Welcome to Jamaica.
We love it.
But we're thinking about Tokyo.
I know a guy.
You know an agent too. That's Kathy Rush at RE/MAX Jefferson City. Call her today at 573-761-3405.
Lead for the Bulldogs as kicking it again is Sanders. That's Boston Sanders. So it'll be returned just across the 20-yard line. So that's where Southern Boone County will set up. So we do have an official timeout here for a hydration break. So we'll pause as well and be back. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Eagles football here on the Show Me Sports Network.
At Centurion Cares, for more than 3 decades, their focus has been on exceeding customer expectations for contact center software solutions for forward-thinking businesses. Their innovative communication solutions include utility interactive voice response software that allows for smart communication features that let your utility deliver superior customer service 24/7. They also provide other streamlined services like automatic call distribution, predictive dialer, outbound call notifications, cloud services, automated customer callback, reporting, and quality assurance. Your customers will have access to information they need quickly and accurately. Most importantly, this allows customers to interact with your business on their terms at times that are convenient for them. To find out more about how Centurion Cares can help your business, call them at 727-421-5300 or look them up online at centurioncares.com. Centurion Cares, innovative communication solutions.
Hand off, new ball carrier in. He's tripped up. That's Bowles. Jacob Bowles doesn't get much there. He was tripped up quickly. So he gets about a 1-yard gain. So to bring up a 2nd and 9 here. Again, the Eagles working right to left on your media center or your Show Me Sports Network app. As they'll have twin receivers both direction. Stillman in shotgun, standing 2 yards behind him is Bowles. They'll send receiver in motion, and they'll give it to him on the end around. And Morris has short yardage again. So he'll have short yardage. It'll bring up a 3rd down. Second 3rd down of the game here for Southern Boone County. So it'll be 3rd and 8. Ball on the 22-yard line. This defense so far for the Bulldogs has come to play. So Stillman will have trips on the far side, one here on the near side. Boyle's a yard behind him. He's in shotgun. He'll get the shotgun snap, dropping back, rolling far side. Now he'll have to come to the near side. He'll tuck it. He's got a little bit of room. 25 angle for the 30. And he's not going to make it to the 30. He can get out about the 29-yard line. Nice job of the defense to swarm over there and push him back and not let him fall forward to pick up what he needed for the 1st down. So it'll bring up 4th and 2. As it looks like the Eagles will go for it. Same formation again. Trips far side, one near side. Stillman gives the hard count, snaps his hands. Trying to draw that defense off sides. Hear the crowd noise come alive. Play clock at 4. So he's going to get the snap, and he'll punt it. Little pooch kick. It's going to bounce at the 40, take an Eagles bounce. And it's going to die about the 36-yard line. So that's where the Bulldogs will take over. As we'll pause and be back, you're listening to exclusive coverage of Eagles football here on the Show Me Sports Network.
Riverwalk Christian Academy has been providing a strong biblical foundation and academic excellence within a Christian environment for more than 15 years. Located in Jefferson City, Riverwalk Christian Academy offers kinder prep through 6th grade that prepares students to impact the world for Christ. Average class sizes are just 16 students, with the student body comprised of families from over 30 area churches. Kinder prep offerings include 3 and 5 full-day sessions, with kindergarten offering half-day and full-day programs. To find out more about Riverwalk Christian Academy, call them at 573-634-3983.
So Odessa will take over ball at their own 36-yard line. So they hand it off. Heitman straight up the middle, and he's going to have decent yardage. Sorry, that's a different ball carrier. That's Sean Batter. So he picks up 8 yards. So Batter gets in, brings up a second and we'll say 2 yards. Ball spotted just shy of the 44-yard line, so 2nd and 2. As the Bulldogs in shotgun formation. And dropping back is Jeffrey. He'll throw it to a wide open Heitman. He's at the 50, the 40. He'll be ushered out near the 35, so he's going to have another first down. The 4th first down of the ball game here for Odessa. Well, he was shoved out at the 35-yard line. Again, the Bulldogs working left to right on your media center. They'll send a receiver near side, 2 on the far side. Jeffrey will be in shotgun in his right hip pocket. His new running back. He'll keep it himself straight up the middle. He's got the first down and more. He's at the 20. He's at the 15, 10, 5, touchdown. He takes it in from 35 yards out. And just like that, the Bulldogs are ahead by 13 points. Well, we talked about it in our pregame conversation with head coach Trent Tracy, and that you knew exactly what the Bulldogs were going to do. They're just going to run it straight down your throat, and that's exactly what they have done so far. Clock says 4:52 left here in this first quarter. PAT is up and good. So Odessa now leads 14-0 as we'll pause and be back. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Eagles football here on the Show Me Sports Network.
As a former veteran, for 2 years I tried to get my disability and nothing worked. Then I called Wes Swanigan, and he got the results that I really needed.
I hear stories like this all the time where people are overwhelmed with the system. As a former Social Security attorney, I will help you get the benefits that you deserve.
Russ Swanigan lives and works in mid-Missouri, and he's here to help you.
The help you deserve for the benefits you've earned. The law offices of Russ Swanigan.
Have a 14-0 lead here as we play with 4:52 left here in this first quarter. The opening action of the 2021 series. That drive was 5 plays, 64 yards. Capped with a 35-yard touchdown run by Jeffrey. So Sanders has it teed up. Stillman deep back to receive. It's actually going to be taken by Smith. So he's working near side. He's at the 20. Nice spin move, gets away. He's going to be taken down near the 25. Well, he was trying to pick his way over here on the near side. So they will spot it at the 24-yard line. 24-yard line of the Eagles. Do you have a good snack break, Alyssa?
Yeah, I'm still chewing, so give me a minute.
Alyssa, 5 years old, helping me with the broadcast tonight. So Stillman will be in shotgun formation. He has Bowles behind him. Twin receivers either side, again working right to left. As he'll drop back and throws it. Nice grab out of the air. That was caught by Kellen Ash. Kellen goes out and gets it. Nice job to get some separation. He got some separation from his defensive back, so he will pick up 5 yards. It'll bring up 2nd and 5. As the Eagles will look over to get the play call from the sidelines. And they'll have twin receivers, both sides. They'll have one on either side. Now they'll send Morris in motion. Stillman pitches it off to Bowles. He's working far side. He's trying to get the corner, trying to work around. He's not going to be able to get the corner, and he's going to lose a little bit of yardage there. It's like they only give him about a loss of 1. Was trying to stretch that out and get that corner. He just could not get that out there. So it brings up a 3rd and 6 as the Eagles 0 for 2 on 3rd down so far in the game. They trail 14-0 here with 3:33 and counting here in this first quarter. Stillman has trips to the near side, 1 on the far side. Bowles behind him. He'll be in shotgun. Stillman likes to work out of that. Low snap, quick pass off to his receiver, and that's caught by Glass. So he will have short yardage, but he gets across the 30. Will bring up 4th down. Nice job of Glass to come from the far side across the middle. Just almost had that first down if he could have broke that tackle. So Stillman will have trips far side. Trying to draw the defense off. He will pooch kick it. And it will be taken about the 35. And working on the far side across midfield, that's the return man and Heitman. Heitman will be across midfield before he's taken down. So another 3 and out for the Eagles. So ball is just touching the 50-yard line. Listen, this is one of the first, you haven't watched much football, have you?
No, but I don't really like not talking because, I get a little bored sometimes and
So the Bulldogs will come out here, ball at the 50-yard line. They lead 14-0. Jeffrey will drop back in shotgun. Has a little pressure, hits his receiver Heitman. He's got 15 yards, 20. He's going to be taken down after a 25-yard gain. So one play, 25 yards later, he's got another first down. Listen, you got to learn some mic etiquette. You can't chew while you're on air. So ball will be spotted at the 35-yard line. Again, the Bulldogs lead 14-0 over your Southern Boone County Eagles. Dropping back again will be Jeffrey. He's looking downfield. He has a wide open receiver who's going to catch it and stumble into the end zone, and there's going to be a flag. We'll see what they call it. So hold the phone just for a minute. All indications it should be is the key word, but it should be on the Bulldogs. So they have an illegal block in the back. So still a first down. The ball will be spotted on the 15-yard line now instead of in the end zone. That was Sanders who caught that. So that happened on the 5, gets pushed back to the 15 as Sanders was wide open as he caught that and just pranced his way into the end zone. So now it'll be 1st and 10 once again for the Bulldogs. Receiver each way. Jeffrey gives it off up the middle. Down near the 5, that's Heitman. Well, he's not going to have the first down.
I need to talk some. What's the goal of not talking in?
So it'll be ball just shy of the 5-yard line. Looks like about the 5.5-yard line. So second and very, very short. They have to get just short yardage. So Heitman again takes it, working near side. And he's going to dive into the end zone, and they'll say it's a touchdown. So 6-yard touchdown run by Heitman. So Heitman takes it in. That's another 6 points. And it's coming on will be Sanders for the PAT. Bad snap as Holder's going to take it, and he's going to have a 2-point conversion. Is that Bayless? So Bayless takes it in for the 2-point conversion. I don't think that's what they drew up, but it works nonetheless. So we'll take a quick break and be back. Minute 15 left as you're listening to exclusive coverage of Eagles football here on the Show Me Sports Network. There are things in life you should always do. Always say please and thank you. Always get a good night's rest, and always take care of your teeth. After all, you're only given one set of permanent teeth to last you a lifetime. Southwest Dental Care is always the place to go for the highest quality dental care. They offer comprehensive general and cosmetic dentistry services for all patients of all ages. Their experienced and compassionate team is there to help you achieve lifelong oral health and a stunning smile. To find out more about Southwest Dental Care, call them at 573-634-4909 or visit southwestdentalcarejc.com. To get the best smile in town, you must dash to Southwest Dental Care. Minute 15 left to go here in this opening quarter. Eagles trailing by a score of 22-0 to the Odessa Bulldogs. Blake Gaz away here with you, as we are coming to you here on the Show Me Sports Network live from Odessa, Missouri, home of the Odessa Bulldogs and Lady Bulldogs. So deep back to receive are the Eagles, as a sidewinding kick is going to take a bounce and go into the end zone, so will be a touchback, as the Eagles so far have went 3 and out on their opening 3 possessions. So they will have 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. So they've got to go 80 yards here to get points on the board. So Stillman will have 2 receivers, far side, 1 on the near side. He will have split backs, 1 in his left hip pocket, 1 in his right hip pocket. Does work in shotgun. He'll hand off. Morris working here the near side. Does nice second, third effort there. Shed a couple of blockers. Morris comes up a little slow, though. Grabs for that lower right leg. Don't know if he got rolled up on or just took a shot to that lower leg, but he's feeling that a little bit. This will bring up 2nd and 8. It just gained 2 yards there. Again, trips far side, 1 receiver here on the near side. Stillman in shotgun has Bowles behind him, about 2 yards behind him. Stillman will get the shotgun snap. He'll quickly look, pump fake, looking near side. Now dumps it down to Bowles on a screen pass, and he's got 3 yards there. That looked like a dangerous pass, but he was able to get it off. Bowles caught it, picks up about 3 yards. So we'll bring up another 3rd down here. The Eagles, as of yet, pick up one of those 3rd downs. Clock winding down, 3, 2, 1, and that will end the first quarter of play. As after the first quarter, the Bulldogs 22 and the Eagles nothing. We'll pause and be back. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Eagles football here on the Show Me Sports Network.
Attention class of 2021. It's time to think about your future. It's time for you to take action. It's time to apply to State Tech. But you better hurry because space is filling up fast. In fact, more than 85% of our seats will be filled by March. So don't delay and find out firsthand why State Tech is ranked the best college in the country for the second year in a row. And we are proud to be known as the employer's choice. Apply today at statetechmo.edu.
Haven't seen an Avon brochure in quite some time and running out of some of your favorite makeup, fragrances, or skincare products? No need to worry. Avon representative Michelle Carty has got you covered. Michelle can consult with you on the newest line of products, as well as get those that have become your must-haves. You now have the opportunity to shop online 24/7 from the comfort of your own home and have your order shipped directly to your front door. To see how Michelle can help you out, find her on Facebook by searching Avon Carty. Live beautifully with Avon.
Well, we're just about set to begin the second quarter. The Eagles will have it on a third down here. They'll give it to Morris straight up the middle. He's trying to cut down that line and just nowhere for him to go with it. Well, if he even got back to the original line of scrimmage. We're going to say no gain, so it's fourth. Well, they did give him a gain of 1. 4th and 4. Eagles are going to go for it. At least it looks like they are. They've got 2 receivers, 3 actually here near side, 1 far side. Stillman in shotgun. Well, he's going to pooch kick it, but it's blocked at the line, and it's going to take a sideways bounce. It's going to be down inside the 40-yard line. So when it rains, it pours, and that's exactly what's happening right now. As Odessa will take over with great field position. So I'll say it's at the 38-yard line. So Southern Boone County Eagles have a punt blocked. It will be on the 38-yard line. Hopefully you're enjoying tonight's broadcast. We're just after 8 o'clock here on the Show Me Sports Network. Blake Gazaway here with you. Be bringing you coverage all season long. As Jeffrey will be in shotgun. He'll give it off to Batter. Let's see if there's... Trying to see if there was lights here. So they do give him a short gain, bring up second, and looks like about 7. Getting dark enough here, the suns went down. It's a little hard to see. So Jeffrey will have 2 receivers near side, 1 far side. He'll keep it himself straight up the middle. He's got near the first down, and he will have it as he's down near the 20. So he'll have another set of downs. Unofficially, that is the 7th first down of the game for the Bulldogs. Puts that ball in the belly of his running back and then takes it out last minute as he decides to keep it himself. The ball's going to be spotted at the 22-yard line. As we change fields here into the second quarter, Bulldogs going right to left now. So they'll have a receiver wide on either side. A wing here on the left side. They'll send him in motion to the far side. That's Heitman. Jeffrey will give it off to Bader. He's met quickly, but bounces off to the outside. They'll have about 7 yards there. The Eagles had coverage. Had him wrapped up, but he just bounced off like a pinball and kept going to that far side. So we'll bring up a third down. This is the first third down Odessa has had tonight. And clock rolling with 9:42 left here before halftime. Say it's been all Odessa, I think, is an understatement as they lead 22-0. Twin receivers near side, one far side. Jeffrey in shotgun. He'll keep it himself, looking near side, has some pressure. He's going to have to roll near side, trying to get that corner, makes one man miss, makes another. He's at the 10. He's taken down at the 5. So he's going to have a first down there. That pocket closed quickly, but nobody could get a handle on him. So Jeffrey takes it himself. As ball will be spotted at the 6-yard line, just under 9 minutes to go here before halftime. Bulldogs lead 22-0. They'll give it off to Bader, and he is going to be ushered into the end zone for a 6-yard touchdown run. So another 6 points put on the board. So that takes Bader 6 yards into the end zone. And now makes it 28-0. Sanders will try for the PAT attempt. Hold is down, kick is up. Looks like kick is good, and it is. And Odessa takes a 29-0 lead here with 8:50 left to go before halftime. We'll pause and be back. You listen to exclusive coverage of Eagles football here on the Show Me Sports Network.
The following public service announcement is brought to you by the Eddie Gaedel Society, Jefferson City Chapter 10, doing little things to make a big difference.
Want to make a big difference in your community? Be kind to others, drive safely, and put litter in its proper place.
Join us in celebrating Eddie Gaedel's historic Major League appearance as a member of the St. Louis Browns by doing something nice for someone today.
Take a walk, Eddie.
Perfect, right?
Actually, we were thinking of Rome.
I know an agent there.
Look at this view. This place is unbelievable. It's beautiful.
We've been looking at Jamaica.
I know an agent there.
05.
Back to receive this kick. Set up shop. So we'll be 1st and 10. Trying to cut up on my stats here. Sorry, apologize. So Southern Boone County has it on their own 20-yard line. And Stillman will be in shotgun. He'll have Bowles behind him. 2 receivers both directions. So they'll give it to Bowles straight up the middle, and he's met quickly, and he falls forward for very, very short yardage. So I'll bring up a second. And looks like about 8 or 8.5. So again, the Eagles will look over and get the call from the sidelines. They trail by a score of 29-0 here. Clock rolling, 8:15 left here before halftime. So again, Twins both directions. Stillman in shotgun. He'll call out somebody on the defense. Now he'll look right. He's going to throw that way. A little screen pass to Morris, and he'll have short yardage across the 30. Sorry, across the 20. Can't read the numbers from here. Well, looks like he's going to get short yardage, so it'll be another 3rd down. Well, they say no gain, so he did not gain anything there, so it'll bring up a 3rd and 8. So 3rd and 8 here for the Eagles. Again, working left to right on your media center. Twins both ways. Dropping back is Stillman. He throws it, hits his receiver close to the 1st down marker. As that was to Glass, and Glass has cracked the first down of the ball game for the Eagles. He didn't get it by much, but That doesn't matter. What matters is he's got the chain mover. So that'll be a new set of downs. Ball at the 32-yard line. So they actually give him a good spot there. Couldn't quite see because of the players where he went down at. So they'll send him in motion to the far side. He'll get the end around, has to double clutch it. His Glass. He's got the corner across the 35 down near the 40. So he's got a good end around. Southern Boone picking up a little bit of steam here. That's about the best run I think we've seen so far. So that'll pick up 6 yards. That'll bring up 2nd and 4. Ball on the 38-yard line. Again, this drive started at the 20-yard line of Southern Boone County. They trail by a score of 29-0. Trip receivers near side. Now they'll send Glass to the far side, so they'll have twins either way. Stillman to keep it himself, and ball popped out. I don't know if he was trying to pitch it. I think that was a busted play right there, as I think he was trying to pitch it, but there was nobody home. That ball bounces around, and that goes into the hands of Odessa. So that is a fumble right there, and it goes back to the Bulldogs. So we'll pause and be back. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Eagles football here on the Show Me Sports Network.
Riverwalk Christian Academy has been providing a strong biblical foundation and academic excellence within a Christian environment for more than 15 years. Located in Jefferson City, Riverwalk Christian Academy offers kindergarten through 6th grade that prepares students to impact the world for Christ. Average class sizes are just 16 students, with the student body comprised of families from over 30 area churches. Kinder prep offerings include 3 and 5 full-day sessions, with kindergarten offering half-day and full-day programs. To find out more about Riverwalk Christian Academy, call them at 573-634-3983.
As a former veteran, for 2 years I tried to get my disability and nothing worked. Then I called Wes Swinigan, and he got the results that I really needed.
I hear stories like this all the time where people are overwhelmed with the system. As a former Social Security attorney, I will help you get the benefits that you deserve.
Russ Swanigan lives and works in mid-Missouri, and he's here to help you.
The help you deserve for the benefits you've earned. The law offices of Russ Swanigan.
Jeffries goes back to pass, looking to the end zone off his receiver's hands. Play quickly underway here on this drive as Odessa takes over on the 27-yard line. Of the Eagles, so it'll be 2nd and 10 now as that pass was just off the fingertips of the outstretched receiver. Jeffrey again in shotgun. He'll have trip receivers here near side. Now they'll send one in motion. Running back behind him, that's Heitman, and he's going to break it free into the end zone. He takes it 27 yards for the touchdown. Heitman just made that too easy. So Odessa now leads by a score of 35-0. So Sanders will come on for the PAT. Snap is down, kick is up. Kick is good. So with 6:02 left here before halftime, it is 36-0 Odessa. We'll pause and be back. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Eagles football here on the Show Me Sports Network.
At Centurion Cares, for more than 3 decades, their focus has been on exceeding customer expectations for contact center software solutions for forward-thinking businesses. Their innovative communication solutions include utility interactive voice response software that allows for smart communication features that let your utility deliver superior customer service 24/7. They also provide other streamlined services like automatic call distribution, predictive dialer, outbound call notifications, cloud services, automated customer callback, reporting, and quality assurance. Your customers will have access to information they need quickly and accurately. Most importantly, this allows customers to interact with your business on their terms at times that are convenient for them. To find out more about how Centurion Cares can help your business, call them at 727-421-5300 or look them up online at centurioncares.com. Centurion Cares, innovative communication solutions.
Well, the Eagles have a bigger hole to get out of now as they trail with 6:02 left here in the first half. They trail 36-0. Sanders has it teed up again. High end over end kick. It's going to go to Smith at the 5. Again, he's just going to take it straight ahead. Has a nice move across the 30. Another man misses. He's going to be stood up and taken down near the 35. So Smith returning it out and giving good field position for the Eagles to start with, considering what they've had all night long. So they still have 65 yards to go, but hopefully that'll give them a little bit of spark. They've only had one first down, 8 for Odessa. So far they are 0 of 5 on third downs. Odessa 1 for 2. In shot going to be Stillman. He's looking downfield, throwing to Morris, and just overthrows him. Defender had him step for step and just overthrows him a little bit. So it'll bring up a 2nd and 10. Sorry, he was actually looking for Kellen Ash. I apologize. Still trying to learn the players. That's 6 foot, 150-pound sophomore. So to bring up 2nd and 10. So 2 receivers far side, 2 on the near side. Stillman in shotgun. He'll keep it himself and just got his receiver blown up as he threw it on a screen, and Morris is slow to get up as he got 2 hands and then got laid out by Boston Sanders of the Bulldogs. He'll lose 3 yards. So that'll bring up 3rd and 13. Again, the Eagles 0 for 5 on third down so far in the game. Clock stopped on that incomplete with 5:09 left. So trips far side, 1 near side. Stillman will get the shotgun snap, looking far side. He'll hit Morris for the first down. He's across the 45. Nice slant there to pick up 14 yards and move the chains. That was exactly what the Eagles needed to do there to move the chains. He just ran about 12 yards upfield and slanted here to the near side. Ball was on the money from Stillman. And it picks up a new set of downs. Ball at the 45-yard line. Again, twin receivers either way. Stillman in shotgun. Has Bowles behind him. Actually, that's Smith. He'll get the handoff. He's met quickly at the line of scrimmage and taken down there. Looked like he was taken down by the helmet or the top of the jersey around his helmet. I'm going to say he actually gained maybe a half yard. So bring up 2nd and 9. Clock nearing 4 minutes left here in this first half. And they'll have twin receivers either way. Smith in the backfield, that's Bradley Smith. Stillman will be in shotgun. He'll be about 6 yards behind where the ball is spotted. He'll get the shotgun snap, fake the handoff looking near side. Again, crossing pattern, completed. That one good to Morris. Morris a little slow to get up, but he's out near the 50. This play upcoming, the 6th play of the drive here. Again, this started at the 35-yard line for the Eagles. Bring up 3rd and 5. They're trying to get something going here as they trail 36-0 here with 3 minutes and 45 seconds left here before halftime. So ball just across the 50. Again, twin receivers either way. Smith will get the handoff. He's working far side trying to get the corner. He does. He'll have a first down, but he dropped the ball, and it's going to be recovered by the Bulldogs. So he had the first down and drops the football. And that is a drive killer, to say the least. Well, the Bulldogs come up with the football as they just squashed what the Eagles were doing. It will be ball spotted on the 45-yard line. So it'll be first down and 10, ball at the Bulldogs' own 45-yard line. 3:37 left here in this first half. Jeffries in shotgun. He'll have Heitman coming to the near side. He'll pitch it to him. He's got a decent gain before he's taken down. Nice job of Bowles to track across and tackle him after a 5-yard gain. So we'll bring up a 2nd and 5. Again, clock rolling, 3:12 left here in this first half. I'll have twin receivers far side, one here on the near side. Empty backfield. They actually have trips on the far side with a tight end. Jeffrey will pass it over, low pass. Was intended for Bayless. Just threw it too short. That is Garrett Bayless was the intended receiver. So Jeffrey checks it to him, about 1.5 yards shy from where he needed that ball to be at. That does bring up a 3rd and 5. So 3rd and 5, ball spotted at midfield. Jeffrey in shotgun again. He'll hand it off. Quickly through, has the first down and more. That's Bader. So he'll have another first down. That's the 9th first down of the game so far for the Bulldogs. Dane Donegan, the 5'11", 205-pound junior. He throws him down, but not before he picks up enough yardage to move the chains. The ball will be spotted at the 43.5-yard line. Jeffrey again in shotgun formation, has Heitman standing behind him. Heitman will get the handoff. He's working near side. Now cuts back inside at the 40. Still on his feet, shedding tacklers. He's at the 35-30. Off to the races. 10-5. And he will be in there for the 44-yard touchdown run. So Heitman scampers in from 44 yards away. And another 6 points has been put on the board. Sanders on to try the PAT. So that is a 44-yard touchdown run by Heitman. PAT looks like it's good, and it is good. So Heitman caps off the drive. It's a 3-play, 55-yard drive with 2:16 left here in the first half, and that makes it 43-0 in favor of the Bulldogs. We'll pause and be back. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Eagles football here on the Show Me Sports Network. There are things in life you should always do. Always say please and thank you. Always get a good night's rest, and always take care of your teeth. After all, you're only given one set of permanent teeth to last you a lifetime. Southwest Dental Care is always the place to go for the highest quality dental care. They offer comprehensive general and cosmetic dentistry services for all patients of all ages. Their experienced and compassionate team is there to help you achieve lifelong oral health and a stunning smile. To find out more about Southwest Dental Care, call them at 573-634-4909 or visit southwestdentalcarejc.com. To get the best smile in town, you must dash to Southwest Dental Care.
Attention class of 2021. It's time to think about your future. It's time for you to take action. It's time to apply to State Tech. But you better hurry because space is filling up fast. In fact, more than 85% of our seats will be filled by March. So don't delay and find out firsthand why State Tech is ranked the best college in the country for the second year in a row. And we are proud to be known as the employer's choice. Apply today at statetechmo.edu.
Smith's going to take the kick at about his own 12-yard line, and he's going to run into a herd of black jerseys. We're going to have a flag as a late hit as whistles clearly had blown, and Smith was driven back about 8 yards and then thrown down to the turf. It's a pretty easy call. They want to keep players safe, and those players have to know when you hear the whistle, you have got to let up. So 2 penalties both ways now. It is going to be a personal foul penalty, so this will move the ball up to the 43-yard line. Almost the best starting, well, that is the best starting position of the game for Southern Boone County. They'll have it first and 10. Ball at their own 43-yard line. Stillman has twin receivers either way. Bowles in the backfield. He'll drop back. Pass hits his receiver wide open. And that is Ash, and he will be taken down across the Bulldogs' 45. Looks like the 44-yard line, so another first down for the Eagles. So that will be another set of downs here. Good way to start the drive for the Eagles. Under 2 minutes to go now. Stillman in shotgun, twins either way. Bowles is going to get the delayed handoff, trying to take it up the middle, and he's cut down for a loss on the play. He was just trying to take the delayed handoff as Stillman gets it, steps back a couple steps, and then takes off. Trying to give it to Bowles, who got it but could not do anything with it. I do need to inform our listeners that my color commentator has fallen asleep on the job. So she is conked out. She's new to kindergarten this year, and snap over Stillman's head. He's going to have to dive on it. Wisely does so. That's a huge loss right there. Alyssa started kindergarten on Monday, and she is out like a light right now. So bad snap there. So that backs it up on the 41-yard line. So we go across midfield, and it'll bring up third and a lot. Thank goodness they have the digital first down marker, because I don't know if I could add that high. It'll be 3rd and 25. Clock rolling under 45 seconds. Play clock down to 5. 4, 3. Continues to roll. Stillman 2, 1. He'll get the snap off. But we do have, I believe, a timeout called. So, yep, timeout called just before so we'll be first timeout for either team. 2 remaining timeouts. We'll just keep it right here. 2 remaining timeouts for The Eagles, all three left for the Bulldogs. Blake Gasaway here with you. We're just past 8:31 here on the Show Me Sports Network. That means we take a station identification break. So we'll pause and be right back. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Eagles football here on the Show Me Sports Network.
You're listening to exclusive broadcast coverage of Southern Boone County Eagles football on the Show Me Sports Network and the Eagles Radio Network.
Away with you here on the Show Me Sports Network. So to bring up a 3rd and 25 here for the Eagles. Stillman's going to drop back to pass, rolling here to the near side. He's got some pressure, and he's just going to unload it, and nobody home. Nobody really in the area that had a chance to catch that. So we'll bring up a 4th down here for the Eagles here. So still 4th and 25. And really at this point, I'm pretty sure. Well, I thought if I just ignored it, they wouldn't call it. But they do. Intentional grounding called. As I said, nobody really in the area to catch that. So intentional grounding. Also with the loss of down. So it'll be 4th and even longer now. And Stillman most likely is going to pooch kick it here. I said, I kind of alluded to that. Nobody really in the area, and they do call intentional grounding. So Stillman's going to drop this way, pooch kick it, high punt. It will be called fair caught by Heitman at the 35-yard line. So nice job for him to have some pressure there and get it off in time. And we have a flag, but they're going to wave it off. So whatever it was, they said it was not a major infraction. So we'll set up for Odessa at their own 35-yard line. I said Blake Gasaway here with you. Hopefully you're enjoying tonight's broadcast. We'll be covering the Eagles all season long here on the Show Me Sports Network. First season covering Eagles football. First season covering football as we got things kicked off over the summer with the Jefferson City Renegades Collegiate Woodbat baseball team. They play in the Mink League. So we spent 7.5 weeks following them around and put 8,700 miles behind us. And they're going to take a knee, are the Bulldogs. So clock under 15 seconds. That should take us to halftime. So that will take us to half. At halftime, the Odessa Bulldogs 43, your Southern Boone County Eagles nothing. We'll pause here and be back and get into our halftime show. We'll take a look at your scoring summary as well as talk about some of the other games in the area and a few other things. Check in with the Chiefs game going on tonight. A couple other things on deck. So we will pause and be back. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Eagles football here on the Show Me Sports Network.
Haven't seen an Avon brochure in quite some time and running out of some of your favorite makeup, fragrances, or skincare products? No need to worry. Avon representative Michelle Carty has got you covered. Michelle can consult with you on the newest line of products, as well as get those that have become your must-haves. You now have the opportunity to shop online 24/7 from the comfort of your own home and have your order shipped directly to your front door. To see how Michelle can help you out, find her on Facebook by searching Avon Carty. Live beautifully with Avon.
The following public service announcement is brought to you by the Eddie Gaedel Society, Jefferson City Chapter 10, doing little things to make a big difference.
Want to make a big difference in your community? Be kind to others, drive safely, and put litter in its proper place.
Join us in celebrating Eddie Goodell's historic Major League appearance as a member of the St. Louis Browns by doing something nice for someone today.
Take a walk, Eddie.
Perfect, right?
Actually, we were thinking of Rome.
I know an agent there.
Look at this view. This place is unbelievable. It's beautiful.
We've been looking at Jamaica.
I know an agent there.
Welcome to Jamaica.
We love
we love it. But we're thinking about Tokyo.
I know a guy.
You know an agent too. That's Kathy Rush at RE/MAX Jefferson City. Call her today at 573-761-3405.
Riverwalk Christian Academy has been providing a strong biblical foundation and academic excellence within a Christian environment for more than 15 years. Located in Jefferson City, Riverwalk Christian Academy offers kinder prep through 6th grade that prepares students to impact the world for Christ. Average class sizes are just 16 students, with the student body comprised of families from over 30 area churches. Kinder prep offerings include 3 and 5 full-day sessions, with kindergarten offering half-day and full-day programs. To find out more about Riverwalk Christian Academy, call them at 573-634-3983.
Well, the Odessa band is out here almost ready for their halftime performance. They've got quite a large band here that is taking the field here at halftime. As we should have a little bit of an extended halftime here, as they will either run it down to 3 minutes and wait till both teams are out there and then start, or they'll run it down to 0 and then put 3 minutes back on the clock, let everybody get warmed up, especially with it being as hot of a night it is. That's why we started the game a half hour later than normal. It was supposed to be a 7 o'clock kickoff. We didn't actually start until about 7:30 because they pushed it back a half hour due to the heat, as it has been a hot, hot day, to say the least. So taking a look at our scoring summary as we sit, it's a 43-0 ball game in favor of the Bulldogs. And how we got here was it started off with a 15-yard touchdown run by the starting quarterback of the Bulldogs in Brendan Jeffrey. That capped a 7-play, 49-yard drive. That was with 7:31 left in the first quarter. PAT was good. That was by Boston Sanders. That made it a 7-0 ball game. Then Jeffrey would get back in the scoring column again, this time with 4 minutes, 52 seconds left in the first quarter, as he took it 35 yards downfield for 6 points. The PAT by Sanders was good. That was a 5-play, 64-yard drive. That made it 14-0. Still, another score was on tap in the first quarter as a 6-yard run by Heitman. That made it 20-0. The PAT was a botched snap, but Bayless was able to take it in on the far side for a 2-point conversion. That made it 22-0 with a minute 15 left in the first quarter. That was a 5-play, 50-yard drive. Then we would end the first quarter with 8:50 left before halftime, a 6-yard touchdown run by Sean Bader. Sanders' PAT was good. That was a 5-play, 38-yard drive. That made it 35-0. Then a 27-yard touchdown scamper again by Heitman. Sanders with the PAT. That made it 36-0 with 6:02 left before halftime. That was a 2-play, 27-yard drive. Remember, that came off the block punt that Odessa had that gave them great field position. And the final score here before halftime, 44-yard touchdown run by Heitman just a few moments ago, as that made it 43-0 with the PAT by Sanders. That was good. That was a 3-play, 55-yard drive. That is how we sit at our score of 43-0. As it has been all Bulldogs so far here in the contest tonight. Again, still waiting for the band to start there. I think having a little bit of problems with their speakers here. Got some speakers on the backside of the band, so the band is looking away from us as we are on the visiting side. They have a little press box over here that we're set up in. So we're not in the big set of bleachers. So the band is looking at the home crowd, so we see their backs. So trying to get some things done with their speaker system that are here behind the band. Both teams still in the locker room, obviously having a lot to talk about are the Eagles as they trail 43-0 here. We're going to pause and be back and have some more of our halftime show. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Eagle football here on the Show Me Sports Network.
As a former veteran, for 2 years I tried to get my disability and nothing worked. Then I called Wes Swanigan, and he got the results that I really needed.
I hear stories like this all the time where people are overwhelmed with the system. As a former Social Security attorney, I will help you get the benefits that you deserve.
Russ Swanigan lives and works in mid-Missouri, and he's here to help you.
The help you deserve for the benefits you've earned. The law offices of Russ Swanigan.
At Centurion Cares, for more than 3 decades, their focus has been on exceeding customer expectations for contact center software solutions for forward-thinking businesses. Their innovative communication solutions include utility interactive voice response software that allows for smart communication features that let your utility deliver superior customer service 24/7. They also provide other streamlined services like automatic call distribution, predictive dialer, outbound call notifications, cloud services, automated customer callback, reporting, and quality assurance. Your customers will have access to information they need quickly and accurately. Most importantly, this allows customers to interact with your business on their terms at times that are convenient for them. To find out more about how Centurion Cares can help your business, call them at 727-421-5300 or look them up online at centurioncares.com. Centurion Cares, innovative communication solutions.
There are things in life you should always do. Always say please and thank you. Always get a good night's rest and always take care of your teeth. After all, you're only given one set of permanent teeth to last you a lifetime. Southwest Dental Care is always the place to go for the highest quality dental care. They offer comprehensive general and cosmetic dentistry services for all patients of all ages. Their experienced and compassionate team is there to help you achieve lifelong oral health and a stunning smile. To find out more about Southwest Dental Care, call them at 573-634-4909 or visit southwestdentalcarejc.com. To get the best smile in town, you must dash to Southwest Dental Care.
Attention class of 2021. It's time to think about your future. It's time for you to take action. It's time to apply to State Tech. But you better hurry because space is filling up fast. In fact, more than 85% of our seats will be filled by March. So don't delay and find out firsthand why State Tech is ranked the best college in the country for the 2nd year in a row. And we are proud to be known as the employer's choice. Apply today at statetechmo.edu.
Haven't seen an Avon brochure in quite some time and running out of some of your favorite makeup, fragrances, or skincare products? No need to worry. Avon representative Michelle Carty has got you covered. Michelle can consult with you on the newest line of products, as well as get those that have become your must-haves. You now have the opportunity to shop online 24/7 from the comfort of your own home and have your order shipped directly to your front door. To see how Michelle can help you out, find her on Facebook by searching Avon Carty. Live beautifully with Avon.
We're back here at halftime. As still just a little over 10 minutes left to go here at halftime, and then we'll put a little bit more time on, give everybody a chance to get warmed up before they start the second half of action. As my color commentator has woken from her slumber. What'd they do there at halftime, Alyssa? Was the band performing? Sit up here. You want to tell everybody?
Too tired.
No, you're not used to not taking naps. What did you start this week?
A boys and girls club at school.
Both. You start kindergarten?
I know. So at Boys and Girls Club, we will learn friendship.
That's right. And what did you learn? You told me yesterday you learned about numbers. What else are they called?
Numerals.
That's right. They're called numerals. Remember what your school name is?
Callaway Hills.
That's right. Who's your teacher there?
Mrs. Owens.
Yeah. So it's a big week in our house as we got the season underway for the broadcast tonight, as well as for those of you that don't know my wife, she's a third-grade teacher at Callaway Hills in the Jefferson City Public School District. So it's the school over at Holt Summit. So she got school started this week as well, and Alyssa started kindergarten as well on Monday. So it's been a busy week in our household, getting things for me ready for the broadcast tonight, and then school starting for them. And we've all had to get up super early this week, haven't we?
Yeah, and I do not like it. I just want sleeping.
Yeah, you're not an early riser, are you?
No, I'm not.
But you know what? I'm proud of you because you've not complained all week long, even though you've had to get up super early. You really didn't complain a whole lot, so Daddy appreciates that. So taking a look at some of the other games that are going on around the area, well, we'll give you an update too. Of course, the Kansas City Chiefs in action. They are leading. Let me refresh my app here, and I'll tell you what their score is. As they lead 21-3 over the Minnesota Vikings. That's halftime as they lead. So they lead at halftime by that score. Of course, that's just a preseason game for them, but still the starters, I believe, supposed to play about first half or so. And then, of course, we'll get set for Mizzou football starting. They've still got a little bit of time before the season starts, but they will be in action at Faurot Field Memorial Stadium in Columbia. Saturday, September 4th will be their first game. That's a 3 o'clock kickoff, and that'll be as they host Central Michigan. So that should be a good game. Course, good games all season long as they've been working very hard to put together a good squad. And, of course, some of you know, as I kind of talked about it in our pregame a little bit, but we didn't have a whole lot of time. So I know we have some returning listeners, and for those of you that are new listeners, we appreciate you tuning in. And I'm coming up on close to 2 decades of broadcast, so I've been on air. I've seen a lot, done a lot, had a lot of opportunities. And a regular day job, I work for MU Healthcare, so just literally down the street from Faurot Field, and get to see all the things they have going on. One thing that was announced, too, earlier today, didn't get a chance to talk with head coach Trent Tracy about it, just because we kind of had some other things to talk about. We'll talk about it, though, if he joins us on postgame, and possibly talk about it in our pregame next week, as the Missouri State High School Athletics Association has released their class and districts. So really no surprise for the Eagles as they'll be in Class 3 District 5. That'll also have the Osage Indians, the Mexico Bulldogs, the Eldon Mustangs, of course your Southern Boone County Eagles, the Fulton Hornets, the Blair Oaks Falcons, and the Booneville Pirates. So that is who they are matched up with in the Class 3 District 5. Really, they said no surprise there. That's kind of what we expected, but definitely some tough squads that match up in their district rankings. Of course, they're also in the Tri-County Football Conference as well. So the other games going on tonight, and flying solo tonight, don't have a chance to look up their scores much, but I do want to throw out there too, if any of our listeners have the know-how and the understanding to join me on air as my color commentator. I'm looking for somebody to help cover the Eagles football season this year, so if you have a interest in that, or you have a good understanding of football, or you follow the Eagles, or all the above, you can send us a message on Facebook or find us on there. Contact information's on there. You can shoot us a message or send us an email. All of our contact information's on there. And let me know, because I would like to have another broadcaster with me on air, because it gets to be a lot to talk about here for 3.5, 4 hours during the pregame, our broadcast, and the postgame show. So if that is you, please let me know. Or if you know anybody, pass it on to them. Tell them to get a hold of me. And we would love to get you on air and help us have the best coverage here in mid-Missouri as we bring you coverage all season long for the Southern Boone County Eagles. You have something you wanted to add, Alyssa?
I'm tired.
You're tired? Well, we only got the second half of action left, so we'll be over pretty quick like. But taking a look at some of the other area games for tonight, Osage Indians, they are at Fulton. So those two matchups, or those two teams, both in Class 3, District 5, also for Osage. They're in the Tri-County Football Conference, rather. The Mexico Bulldogs, they are on the road against the Centralia Panthers. Of course, Mexico in the same district as well. Eldon Mustangs, they are at Central taking on the Bulldogs. That Central team, that's in Springfield, Missouri. Blair Oaks Falcons over in Jeff. They are hosting the Maryville Spoofhounds. And then the Booneville Pirates, they are on the road at Pleasant Hill taking on the Roosters. And for the California Pintos, who are a Tri-County Football Conference member, they're at St. James taking on the Tigers. Hallsville Indians also in the Tri-County Conference. They're at Palmyra taking on the Panthers. And Versailles Tigers hosting Knobnoster Panthers. The Battle Spartans, they are at Fort Zelmont North playing the Panthers. That's in O'Fallon. The Hickman Cupies, they're at Francis Howell. The Vikings of St. Charles. Rockbridge Bruins, they are at Staley Falcons. That's in Kansas City. Harrisburg Bulldogs, they are hosting the Paris Coyotes. Father Tolton Trailblazers in Columbia, they are hosting Sweet Springs Greyhounds. Elias Catholic, they are hosting the Annabelle Pirates. Jeff City Jays, they are hosting the Chaminade College Prep Red Devils. That out of Creve Coeur, Missouri. Probably butchered both of those, but tell I don't get out much. Capital City Cavaliers, they're at Warrensburg, matching up with the Tigers. Moberly Spartans, they are at home, hosting the Sedalia Smith Cotton Tigers. The Cole County R1 Indians, they are at the Missouri Military Academy in Mexico. And then the Fayette Falcons, they are at home, hosting the Carrollton Trojans. So that kind of wraps up some of our area games. As I said, when I get somebody to help me with the broadcast, we will get you some of those scores as we go on. So both teams have made their way back onto the field here. Sorry, I apologize. I think I lost internet connection just for a moment. Now I believe we're back up. So lost internets. Should be back on now. So both teams have made their way back onto the field. As the Bulldogs lead by a score of 43-0 over the Eagles. Listen, what do you think Southern Boone County needs to do in the second half?
Go to bed.
They need to go to bed. Well, they need to score some points. That's what they need to do.
No, they need to go to bed.
I think you're looking at the wrong game. So time has wind down here at halftime.
Finally.
They're going to put those 3 minutes back on the clock. Again, we want to remind you, if you haven't done so, be sure and like our Facebook page. Just search for Show Me Sports Network. You'll find us on there. Be sure and like our page. We try to post various informations about the games. Post didn't get it done this week, I apologize, but was just super busy today. Didn't get it done this week. Had a lot of things going on, but try to post a graphic of our starting lineups, the projected starting lineups for offense and defense. We get that for you. As well as try to post some reminders about the game and anything pertinent on there. It's just a good way to keep up with the team, know what's happening, know what's going on. Most importantly, support the Show Me Sports Network, as we are super excited to be partnering with the Southern Boone County School District to carry some of their coverage. Our plan is to try to cover more than just football. So also, if you happen to know somebody who is capable of doing play-by-play, particularly of soccer, we would love to carry soccer here on the Show Me Sports Network for Southern Boone County, both for the Eagles and Lady Eagles. However, I cannot commit to calling soccer, so if you know anybody who could, we would greatly appreciate the recommendation of another play-by-play voice. Like I said, looking for a possible color commentator as well. And then we'll look to also bring you some coverage for basketball, give you some coverage in the springtime and various other things. So we will have a whole lot of Eagles and Lady Eagles sports here on the Show Me Sports Network. Another thing, too, we're going to do is when we have home games, we'll actually tap in and have the video coverage that the school has. We'll put our audio with their video, marry them together, and so you'll have the opportunity. You can either listen or you can watch the video and listen. So the Eagles will be kicking off here as Odessa won the toss and deferred. As kicking off will be Carter Salter, the 5'11", 165-pound junior, will be kicking off. So he will be kicking off here. First time we've seen him kick off this season. Trying to get the scoreboard set and everything ready, as we are just about ready to start our second half. As Salter has it teed up. Heitman and Batter deep back to receive. It's going to be a shallow kick. Will be taken by one of the up men at the 30, and he's going to call a fair catch. So that is where they will set up shop. Bulldogs will be going right to left on your media center, so they do spot the ball on the 30. So Odessa will have the football to start the second half as they lead 43-0. Jeffrey will be in shotgun formation. He'll hand it off to the second man through quickly across. And that's a good run, as that is new ball carrier. Trying to see who that was. I don't think I have that number on my roster. I think that was 11 carrying it. Nope, that was 41. Zane Palmer carried it. So it'll be a new set of downs as he got just across to the 42-yard line. Again, Jeffrey in shotgun. He'll fake the handoff, dropping back. Has some pressure, and he just threw a duck and almost intercepted as he got taken down, coming streaming in there. Almost coming up. That's Taylor Mangy. So he had to rush that throw, did Jeffrey. So it'll be 2nd and 10. Again, ball spotted at the 42-yard line. That's Odessa's 42-yard line. Two receivers near side, empty on the far side. They'll give it off to the running back through there. Again, that's Palmer. He's got the first down, still on his feet across the 40, 35, 30. Still on his feet. That is Bader, actually. That'll be another first down. 11th first down unofficially of the ball game so far. So it will be a new set of downs for the Bulldogs. Should see the running clock here in the second half of action. It's 43-0 lead in favor. So I hand it through to Bader again. He's got short yardage before he's wrapped up. So that maybe, about a half yard gain, if that much. So it'll be a second and very long 9. Jeffrey in shotgun. He'll have 2 receivers far side. They'll send one in motion here. Stop behind the tackle. Hand it off to Bader again. Bader just cannot get through the line again. So Bader gets a very, very short gain. So it'll be 3rd and 8, just a gain of about 1.5 yards there. So Bader picking up just short yardage. This is only the third down of the game that Odessa has seen. Jeffrey keeping himself far side, looking downfield. He's going to throw it to his wide open receiver. And down inside the 5-yard line. I didn't catch to see who that receiver was. That was Moody. Caleb Moody picks up another set of downs. Jerseys are a little hard to read from over here. But Jeffrey again in shotgun formation. Has Heitman behind him. Ball at the 2-yard line. He'll give it to Heitman. And that actually handoff went to Bader. And he's in for a 2-yard touchdown run. So Bader picks up another 6 points. So they'll come on to try the PAT. That is Sanders. And they say the kick is good. So that makes it a 50-0 ball game. We'll pause and be back. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Eagles football here on the Show Me Sports Network.
The following public service announcement is brought to you by the Eddie Gaedel Society, Jefferson City Chapter 10, doing little things to make a big difference.
Want to make a big difference in your community? Be kind to others, drive safely, and put litter in its proper place.
Join us in celebrating Eddie Gaedel's historic Major League appearance as a member of the St. Louis Browns by doing something nice for someone today.
Take a walk, Eddie.
Perfect, right?
Actually, we were thinking of Rome.
I know an agent there.
Look at this view. This place is unbelievable. It's beautiful.
We've been looking at Jamaica.
I know an agent there. Welcome to Jamaica.
We love it. But we're thinking about Tokyo.
I know a guy.
You know an agent too. That's Kathy Rush at RE/MAX Jefferson City. Call her today at 573-761-3405.
Now a 50-0 ball game in favor of the Bulldogs as Smith will have it across the 20, out near the 25. Sorry, trying to update my stats here. So they are going to have an official timeout here for hydration, so we'll pause and be back. You're listening to exclusive coverage, Eagles football here on the Show Me Sports Network.
Riverwalk Christian Academy has been providing a strong biblical foundation and academic excellence within a Christian environment for more than 15 years. Located in Jefferson City, Riverwalk Christian Academy offers kindergarten through 6th grade that prepares students to impact the world for Christ. Average class sizes are just 16 students, with the student body comprised of families from over 30 area churches. Kinder prep offerings include 3 and 5 full-day sessions, with kindergarten offering half-day and full-day programs. To find out more about Riverwalk Christian Academy, call them at 573-634-3983.
As a former veteran, for 2 years I tried to get my disability and nothing worked. Then I called Wes Swanigan, and he got the results that I really needed.
I hear stories like this all the time where people are overwhelmed with the system. As a former Social Security attorney, I will help you get the benefits that you deserve.
Russ Swanigan lives and works in mid-Missouri, and he's here to help you.
The help you deserve for the benefits you've earned. The law offices of Russ Swanigan.
So hydration break called after that kickoff. Pardon me, as the Eagles have it on their own 27-yarder. They're going to air it out to Morris across midfield and at the 45. That's a huge play right there for the Eagles to come out. 4th first down of the game. That takes it from the 27 all the way to the 45 of the Bulldogs. Stillman will be in shotgun again. Twins both ways. He'll have Smith behind him. He'll get the carry. Rather, that's Bowles with it. So Bowles picks up decent yardage. About 5.5. I'll say 6 yards, actually. So Stillman again will have Twins receivers either side. Bowles will be behind him. Stillman in shotgun again. He works pretty much extensively out of that. He's going to fake the pitch far side, roll the near side, has pressure, got it off, and into the hands of his receiver. Did he come down in? They say he was out. He was looking for Morris as Morris had to sky for it, tried to tiptoe, and could not come down in bounds with it. That is a tough break right there. The Eagles trying to tightrope there. They've got 3rd and 4, again working left to right on your media center. And twin receivers either way. Stillman in shotgun. He'll have Bowles behind him. He'll drop back. Now he's going to take it up the middle. Trying to get through the first wave. Cannot do so. And he's going to get short yardage. That pocket just collapsed quickly. So they do say he gets about a yard there, so it'll bring up 4th and 3. Looks like the Eagles are going to go for it here. They're down 15-0. You might as well. So I'll look over, get the play call from head coach Trent Tracy. Again, Twins either way. Stillman will give it off to Bowles. He's straight up the middle. He's got the first down. Moore breaks through the 30, 25. Before he's upended. Inside the 20. But I hate to be the bearer of bad news. He put the ball on the turf, and it is going to go back to the Bulldogs. So Odessa comes up with their 3rd fumble recovery. So that is not what the Eagles scripted up to do on that drive. So we'll bring up 1st and 10 ball at the 17-yard line of Odessa. Jeffrey will get the shotgun snap. Just new quarterback, ball carrier, short yardage. That's Zane Palmer. Try to catch some of these substitutions. And these black jerseys with the red numerals are a little hard to see. Going to bring up 2nd and 10 here. Hand it off to the second man through. Not much for the ball carrier there. So to bring up a 3rd and 10 here. And ball at the 17-yard line. So far, Odessa has been 3 for 3 on 3rd downs. We'll have 2 receivers far side, 1 here on the near side. Quarterback will keep it himself, and nothing doing there, so he will come up short. That'll bring up a 4th down. So jog on, almost a whole new team. Everybody but 2 players jog off. The Bulldogs will bring on their punt squad. Caleb Moody will punt. Deep back to receive will be Chase Morris. He's standing at his own 45. Now he'll back up to the 50. So there's the snap. Punt is an end-over-end punt. The Eagles need to get away. It goes across the 40. Looks like the 42-yard line is where it'll go. Well, I do say that is a 43. So the Eagles will take over after that 3 and out. So the Eagles will have it at the Bulldogs' 43-yard line. Clock rolling, 1:50 here in this 3rd quarter. Stillman will have twin receivers either way. Have Bowles in the backfield. Now Smith will get the handoff. Bradley across the 40. They'll have a decent gain there on 1st down. So that'll bring up a 2nd and long 5. So we'll see Eagles again sticking with this twin wide receiver formation. Twins on either side. Bradley will be behind Stillman, who's in shotgun. High snap goes over Stillman's head, and he's going to have to dive on it, and he does. And that puts him on the other side of the 50, across his own 40. Down at the 38-yard line, so big mistake right there. So it's going to be a 3rd and 29. Ball spotted. At the 38-yard line of the Eagles. They started on the 43-yard line of the Bulldogs. Stillman drops back, has pressure, dumps it off on a screen pass to Morris. He's working here. The near side has some blockers. He's going to be tackled near midfield, so he gets 10-plus yards there. Well, that is going to bring up 4th down. They spot him at the 49-yard line. That is going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter. So we'll pause here and be back with the 4th quarter as you're listening to exclusive coverage of Eagles football here on the Show Me Sports Network.
At Centurion Cares, for more than 3 decades, their focus has been on exceeding customer expectations for contact center software solutions for forward-thinking businesses. Their innovative communication solutions include utility interactive voice response software that allows for smart communication features that let your utility deliver superior customer service 24/7. They also provide other streamlined services like automatic call distribution, predictive dialer, outbound call notifications, cloud services, automated customer callback, reporting, and quality assurance. Your customers will have access to information they need quickly and accurately. Most importantly, this allows customers to interact with your business on their terms at times that are convenient for them. To find out more about how Centurion Cares can help your business, call them at 727-421-5300 or look them up online at centurioncares.com. Centurion Cares, innovative communication solutions.
Well, we're just about set to go to the fourth quarter of action, as it'll be 4th and 18, ball at the Eagles' own 49-yard line. Stillman again in shotgun formation. He'll send Glass in motion. They'll fake the handoff. He's looking downfield, has his receiver wide open, and that's going to be connected to Morris, and he is going to be off to the races, and he will scamper in for a 51-yard touchdown run. So the goose egg broken on the board. As 51-yard. This will be Salter on for the PAT. Snap is down, kick is up. And just off the left upright, dinks out of there, so PAT is no good, but the Eagles were able to get on the board. They trail 50-6. We'll pause and be back. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Eagles football here on the Show Me Sports Network. There are things in life you should always do. Always say please and thank you. Always get a good night's rest, and always take care of your teeth. After all, you're only given one set of permanent teeth to last you a lifetime. Southwest Dental Care is always the place to go for the highest quality dental care. They offer comprehensive general and cosmetic dentistry services for all patients of all ages. Their experienced and compassionate team is there to help you achieve lifelong oral health and a stunning smile. To find out more about Southwest Dental Care, call them at 573-634-4909 or visit southwestdentalcarejc.com. To get the best smile in town, you must dash to Southwest Dental Care.
Attention class of 2021. It's time to think about your future. It's time for you to take action. It's time to apply to State Tech. But you better hurry because space is filling up fast. In fact, more than 85% of our seats will be filled by March. So don't delay and find out firsthand why State Tech is ranked the best college in the country for the second year in a row. And we are proud to be known as the employer's choice. Apply today at statetechmo.edu.
El Salter will kick and be taken by one of the upmen as the Eagles trail 50-6 here in the fourth quarter. So we'll see where they spot it. It looks like right on the 35-yard line. So Odessa will have it at their own 35-yard line. Again, they got substitutions in, so we'll try to get who these are. So 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line. Again, cannot make out that number for the quarterback. Get it for you in just a second. Bad snap, puts it on the ground, and the Eagles are going to recover it. As coming in and getting the fumble recovery is Dane Donegan. So Donegan comes down with it. Dane Donegan comes up with the fumble recovery. So Donegan comes up big there for the Eagles as they've got it on the 31-yard line. Shortest field position they've had all night. 31-yard line to the Bulldogs. And Stillman dropping back again, looking far side, and he's almost throws a pick right there. And threw it behind his receiver, and the defender, Carpenter, knocks it down, was off his hands, and falls incomplete. Stillman was seeing 6 points on the board there. If he puts a little more under it and gets it in front of his receiver, he is gone for 6. So again, twins both ways. Bowles only running back in the backfield. He'll get the handoff straight up the middle through the first wave. He's going to be down near the 25. So he'll pick up 6-7 yards there. Ball will be spotted on the 25. It'll be third. Third about 4. Again, twins on either side. Stillman. I'll reset the offense here a little bit. Have 8-7 on the play clock, and bad snap, low. Stillman has to dive for it. He will recover it. A little confusion there for the wide receiver. So they'll bring up 4th and long. 4th about 7.5 here. Eagles trying to capitalize on the turnover they were given. So 4th down here. Stillman has some pressure, drops it off the middle over everybody's head, and that screen pass incomplete. Could not get it into the hands of Bowles, so will be turnover on downs. So that'll go back to Odessa. All spotted on their own 29-yard line. 8-16 and counting here. It's 50-6. The score in favor of Odessa. We're going to have a timeout called. Well, the officials are going to take a water break. We'll take one here, too, as you're listening to exclusive coverage of Eagles football here on the Show Me Sports Network.
Haven't seen an Avon brochure in quite some time and running out of some of your favorite makeup, fragrances, or skincare products? No need to worry. Avon representative Michelle Carty has got you covered. Michelle can consult with you on the newest line of products, as well as get those that have become your must-haves. You now have the opportunity to shop online 24/7 from the comfort of your own home and have your order shipped directly to your front door. To see how Michelle can help you out, find her on Facebook by searching Avon Carty. Live beautifully with Avon.
The following public service announcement is brought to you by the Eddie Gaedel Society, Jefferson City Chapter 10, doing little things to make a big difference.
Want to make a big difference in your community? Be kind to others, drive safely, and put litter in its proper place.
Join us in celebrating Eddie Gaedel's historic Major League appearance as a member of the St. Louis Browns by doing something nice for someone today.
Take a walk, Eddie.
Well, the officials call a hydration break. As we said, it's a warm, toasty evening. Forgot to look at my phone to see what the temperature was when we started a game, but it was hot. So the Bulldogs have it, 1st and 10, ball at their own 29-yard line. They'll hand it up the middle. Short gain there. So to bring up 2nd and 7 as ball carrier got a couple 3 yards. And substitutions here for the Bulldogs. New quarterback is Gabe Studdard, the freshman quarterback. He will Oh, he fumbles the ball. Stoddard had it recovered by the Eagles. That is by Austin Evans. So 2 plays and fumble. That's exactly what you wanted to see if you're an Eagles fan. They get the turnover, get it back, so ball will be on the 41-yard line. But now you want to see them punch it in and take advantage of the turnover. So new quarterback in the ball game. Can't tell if that's 10 or 18. He'll pitch it off, running to the near side, and a flag goes down. That is Austin Evans. So it'll be holding against Southern Boone County. Clock rolling under 6:20 to go here in our ball game. So that new quarterback that's in, that is Austin Evans, the sophomore quarterback, 5'11", 155-pounder. And we're going to see some substitutions here both ways. So they'll bring up a 1st and 20 now, so they'll redo this first down play. Evans in shotgun formation. Yep, they're going to move him back as one of the receivers went on the hard count. So it'll be 1st and even longer. Was 1st and 20, now it'll be 1st and a lot more. So it'll be 1st and 25. Ball at the 44-yard line. That's of the Eagles. They started this at the 41-yard line of the Bulldogs. So pass quickly over to Ash, and he's got cross midfield. Nice job. All a screen pass to get to him. Evans, a left-handed thrower. So he drops back, turns this way. It has a nice little pass off to his receiver. That's Kellen Ash who made the catch. So to bring up a 2nd and 18 now. I think he might have got a bloody nose there. He's going to seek some attention to the trainer. He'll give the handoff to the second man through. He's working his way up the middle. And he's going to be taken down there. New ball carrier in. That is Tyler Mangy, a junior. So he picks up several yards. We'll bring it 3rd and 8. Clock under 4 to go here in the ball game. Evans will roll to the far side. He's going to keep it himself, tuck it under his arm. He's across the 40, 35, 30. Still on his feet, cuts inside at the 20. Still going. He's going to be down inside near the 15. So he gets just the 5th first down of the game. Student section getting all riled up. Over for Odessa. They're riding a roller coaster right now. Evans, again in shotgun, has trips here on the near side, one on the far side. He'll give it off to Mangy. He's working far side, cuts back in. He'll have short gain. So to bring up a 2nd and looks like about 8. Evans again commanding the troops on the field for the Eagles. Clock rolling, 2:43 and counting. Glass will check in the backfield. And twins both ways. Evans has a wide open receiver. He'll catch it. He'll be ushered out. Looks like that is Aiden Andert. Andert, the senior wide receiver and linebacker, 5'8", 200-pounder, caught that. So it'll be first and goal here for the Eagles. As keeping it himself, working the corner, trying to get in, stretching out for it is Evans. They're going to say he is just short. Now they say touchdown. Now I don't know what they're saying. One said touchdown, one said short. Whitehead, I thought he put his arms up for touchdown, but might have just been in some blood flow to the fingers again. So Evans has two running backs, one in either hip pocket. He'll give it off, and it's going to be a touchdown for the Eagles. We'll see who that was that scored. Can't see who that is running off there. I believe that was Boyles, but I can't tell. The Eagles are going to go for two here as quick pass to the end zone, nobody home. And two-point conversion is no good. Clock stopped with 1:14. But we'll pause and be back. You're listening to exclusive coverage. Eagles football here on the Show Me Sports Network.
Perfect, right?
Actually, we were thinking of Rome.
I know an agent there.
Look at this view. This place is unbelievable. It's beautiful.
We've been looking at Jamaica.
I know an agent there. Welcome to Jamaica.
We love it. But we're thinking about Tokyo.
I know a guy.
You know an agent too. That's Kathy Rush at RE/MAX Jefferson City. Call her today at 573-761-3405.
Riverwalk Christian Academy has been providing a strong biblical foundation and academic excellence within a Christian environment for more than 15 years. Located in Jefferson City, Riverwalk Christian Academy offers kindergarten through 6th grade that prepares students to impact the world for Christ. Average class sizes are just 16 students, with the student body comprised of families from over 30 area churches. Kinder prep offerings include 3 and 5 full-day sessions, with kindergarten offering half-day and full-day programs. To find out more about Riverwalk Christian Academy, call them at 573-634-3983.
Well, the Eagles making the score a little more respectable as they punch it in from 1 yard out. They trail 50-12. This game scoreboard does not indicate the effort and the heart that the Eagles have put out. And Salter has it teed up. He'll kick a end-over-end kick. Going to be fair caught at the 30. Jeffrey catches it there, fair catch. As I said, though, score does not show the heart and the effort that they put out there on the field. Just some lucky breaks have gone in favor of the Bulldogs. All be spotted at 31-yard line. So clock rolling under 50 seconds. They will have to snap at least once. Looks like the Bulldogs are going to take victory formation. Nope, they'll give it off, same as. Ball carrier loses a couple of yards. I don't think they'll get in any big hurry here to set the game ball, as they do not. Clock winding down, 10 seconds left here in the ball game, and it's all but final as the Odessa Bulldogs will move to 1-0. Your So the Boone County Eagles fall to 0-1 by a final of 50-12. As the Eagles drop their season opener here on the road at Odessa. As we're going to pause and be back, you're listening to exclusive coverage of Eagles football here on the Show Me Sports Network.
You've been listening to Southern Boone County Eagles football on the exclusive home for Eagles football, the Show Me Sports Network. Exclusive play-by-play coverage of Southern Boone County Eagles football has been brought to you by Avon with Michelle Carty, Centurion Cares, Eddie Gaydell Society, Han Custom Laser Engraving LLC, Last Sentinel Firearms, River Oak Christian Academy, Law Office of Russ Swanigan, Southwest Dental, and State Tech College of Missouri. The biggest and absolute best coverage in mid-Missouri continues as you're just moments away from the exclusive post-game show. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Southern Boone County Eagles football on the Eagles Radio Network.
As a former veteran, for 2 years I tried to get my disability and nothing worked. Then I called Wes Swanigan, and he got the results that I really needed.
I hear stories like this all the time where people are overwhelmed with the system. As a former Social Security attorney, I will help you get the benefits that you deserve.
Russ Swanigan lives and works in mid-Missouri, and he's here to help you.
The help you deserve for the benefits you've earned. The law offices of Russ Swanigan.
This is the Southern Boone County Eagles postgame show on the exclusive home for Eagles football, the Show Me Sports Network. Blake Gazaway and his crew will discuss their thoughts on tonight's game as well as look ahead to the next action for the Eagles. Exclusive postgame coverage of Southern Boone County Eagles football is brought to you by Avon with Michelle Carty, Centurion Cares, Eddie Gaydell Society, Han Custom Laser Engraving LLC, Last Sentinel Firearms, River Oak Christian Academy, Law Office of Russ Swanigan, Southwest Dental, and State Tech College of Missouri. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Southern Boone County Eagles football on the Eagles Radio Network. Now, here's the voice of the Show Me Sports Network and the Southern Boone County Eagles Radio Network, Blake Gazaway.
Well, a tough night here for the Eagles as they drop their home opener to the Odessa Bulldogs. Sorry, they're not home opener, their season opener, I should say, as they've got game one tonight, and next week, game two will be on the road before they play at home, as they lose by a final of 50-12 in a game that I said, really, if you look at the scoreboard, you get one feel for the game, but if you actually take the time and watch it, you get a whole different feel for it, as this game was not a 50-12 game played on the field. The scoreboard says that, but that is not how the game went at all. In talking with head coach for the Eagles in our pregame with Trent Tracy, he said they knew what they were going to do, is they were just going to come out and basically try to run it down their throats, and that's almost exactly what they did. But at least the positive thing, the Eagles were able to put some points on the board. It came late in the game, but you know what? That doesn't matter when they come. All that matters is that they got some up there, and they got some younger guys, some varsity experience, and, gives them some good footage to look at, as there were some players that were in bad positions, took bad angles, and were not quite where they needed to be, but that is okay as long as they can learn from it. And that's what they'll do starting tomorrow morning. The coaches will put up the film tonight, and then the players will start watching it tomorrow and kind of look at where they did, where they were at, how they played tonight, and then they'll get ready for their game next Friday night, as that'll be at Mexico. They take on the Mexico team. Taking a look at our scoring summary, I'll tell you how we got here. It was mostly Bulldog, at least until late in the fourth quarter, as Odessa started with a 15-yard touchdown run by their starting quarterback in Jeffrey. PAT by Sanders was good. That was a 7-play, 49-yard drive. That was with 7:31 left in the first quarter. That made it 7-0. Then it was a 35-yard touchdown scamper again by their starting quarterback in Jeffrey. PAT was good by Sanders. That was a 5-play, 64-yard drive. That made it 14-0 with 4:51 left to go in the first quarter. Well, they'd score one more time, this time a 6-yard run by Heitman. And then a 2-point conversion was good by Bayless. It was a bad snap. He runs it in on the far side. That made it 22-0 with 1:15 left in the first quarter. That was a 5-play, 50-yard drive that 6-yard touchdown run capped. Then we go to the second quarter with 8:50 left in the second quarter. It was a 6-yard touchdown run by Batter. PAT was good. That was by Sanders. That was a 5-play, 38-yard drive. That made it 25-0. And then Odessa would score again, a 27-yard touchdown run by Heitman. PAT was good by Sanders. That was just a 2-play, 27-yard drive. That was a 6:02 left before halftime. That was 36-0. And then a 44-yard run by Heitman for a touchdown. PAT was good by Sanders. That was a 3-play, 55-yard drive. That was a 2:16 left before halftime. That made it 43-0. And then Odessa would score again in the third quarter. That was a 2-yard touchdown run by Batter. PAT was good by Sanders. That was a 6-play, 70-yard drive. That was with 8:04. That made it 50-0. That was the only score in the third quarter. And then the Eagles were able to score on a 51-yard touchdown pass from Stillman to Morris. That was a 4-play, 51-yard drive. It was with 11:43 left in the fourth quarter. PAT was no good. That made it 50-6, and then a 1-yard touchdown run by Bowles. 2-point conversion was no good. That was a 7-play, 41-yard drive. That was with 1:14 left in the fourth quarter, and that made it 50-12 to round out the score as Odessa gets the best of the Eagles here tonight as they drop game one of the season by a final of 50-12. Still waiting possibly on the arrival of head coach for Southern Boone County for the Eagles and Trent Tracy, as he's probably got quite a bit to say to his squad. I know he is proud of their effort out on the field. Just came up short on the scoreboard. So we're going to take a quick break and then be back as you're listening to exclusive coverage of Eagles football here on the Show Me Sports Network.
Perfect, right?
Actually, we were thinking of Rome.
I know an agent there.
Look at this view. This place is unbelievable. It's beautiful.
We've been looking at Jamaica.
I know an agent there. Welcome to Jamaica.
We love it.
But we're thinking about Tokyo.
I know a guy.
You know an agent too. That's Kathy Rush at RE/MAX Jefferson City. Call her today at 573-761-3405.
Riverwalk Christian Academy has been providing a strong biblical foundation and academic excellence within a Christian environment for more than 15 years. Located in Jefferson City, Riverwalk Christian Academy offers kindergarten through 6th grade that prepares students to impact the world for Christ. Average class sizes are just 16 students, with the student body comprised of families from over 30 area churches. Kinder Prep offerings include 3 and 5 full-day sessions, with kindergarten offering half-day and full-day programs. To find out more about Riverwalk Christian Academy, call them at 573-634-3983.
At Centurion Cares, for more than 3 decades, their focus has been on exceeding customer expectations for contact center software solutions for forward-thinking businesses. Their innovative communication solutions include utility interactive voice response software that allows for smart communication features that let your utility deliver superior customer service 24/7. They also provide other streamlined services like automatic call distribution, predictive dialer, outbound call notifications, cloud services, automated customer callback, reporting, and quality assurance. Your customers will have access to information they need quickly and accurately. Most importantly, this allows customers to interact with your business on their terms at times that are convenient for them. To find out more about how Centurion Cares can help your business, call them at 727-421-5300 or look them up online at centurioncares.com. Centurion Cares, innovative communication solutions.
There are things in life you should always do. Always say please and thank you. Always get a good night's rest, and always take care of your teeth. After all, you're only given one set of permanent teeth to last you a lifetime. Southwest Dental Care is always the place to go for the highest quality dental care. They offer comprehensive general and cosmetic dentistry services for all patients of all ages. Their experienced and compassionate team is there to help you achieve lifelong oral health and a stunning smile. To find out more about Southwest Dental Care, call them at 573-634-4909 or visit southwestdentalcarejc.com. To get the best smile in town, you must dash to Southwest Dental Care.
Attention class of 2021. It's time to think about your future. It's time for you to take action. It's time to apply to State Tech. But you better hurry because space is filling up fast. In fact, more than 85% of our seats will be filled by March. So don't delay and find out firsthand why State Tech is ranked the best college in the country for the second year in a row. And we are proud to be known as the employer's choice. Apply today at statetechmo.edu.
Haven't seen an Avon brochure in quite some time and running out of some of your favorite makeup, fragrances, or skincare products? No need to worry. Avon representative Michelle Carty has got you covered. Michelle can consult with you on the newest line of products, as well as get those that have become your must-haves. You now have the opportunity to shop online 24/7 from the comfort of your own home and have your order shipped directly to your front door. To see how Michelle can help you out, find her on Facebook by searching Avon Carty. Live beautifully with Avon.
Not in favor of the Eagles as they fall by a final of 50-12. However, still a good night for them. Nothing to hang their head about as they were able to put some points on the board, and the game that they played was not a 50-12 ball game. They played better than that. It just doesn't reflect it on the scoreboard. So for the Southern Boone County Eagles, they will go home, get some rest tonight, ice some of those bruises and those thumps, and get ready and rested up as they will be on the road next week as they will travel to Mexico. They will take on the Mexico Bulldogs at a Class 3 District 5 matchup along with a Tri-County Football Conference matchup. So big important game next week for them. But like I said, they will spend this weekend looking at some game film, trying to see where they were at for the game today. And then they will get set to take on the Bulldogs of Mexico next Friday. That'll be pregame about 6:30. Kickoff set for 7 o'clock here on the Show Me Sports Network. Hopefully you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. I enjoyed bringing you the broadcast tonight. We'll be covering Southern Boone County Eagles all season long. So we'll have pregame again next week about 6:30 with kickoff at 7 o'clock. Be sure and like our Facebook page. Just search Show Me Sports Network. If you haven't liked our page, we appreciate the support. It's a good way to follow along on what's happening. We've got the projected starters we'll post starting next week on there as well for offense and defense. Just ran out of time to get that done this week. We'll also have some other things we post along the week as well. So you're definitely going to want to tune in and like the page and tune into our broadcast next Friday night. As we've enjoyed bringing you the broadcast tonight. For my color commentator, Alyssa Gazaway, who is back asleep here in the press box. She didn't make it too far into the second half before she conked out. We just had midweek for her. She started kindergarten this week, so she's been having to get up early and work really hard in kindergarten this week. So until we talk to you next Friday night, this is Blake Gazaway saying so long until we talk to you next week from Mexico, Missouri, as the Southern Boone County Eagles on the road taking on the Mexico Bulldogs. Pregame set for 6:30, kickoff at 7 o'clock. Until we talk to you then, so long, and have a great evening. Serving fans throughout the Midwest and even more around the world, this is the Show Me Sports Network. The preceding was an exclusive broadcast property presentation of the Show Me Sports Network and was a high-fidelity all-digital broadcast. This broadcast is copyright by the Show Me Sports Network for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast without the Show Me Sports Network's written consent is prohibited.